guys, welcome to our YouTube channel, The Benjamin Family. And in today's video, I will be talking about um, the power of imagination. Um, I actually noted down some points here, which I would be looking down and talking as I talk. First, I defined what imagination is. Imagination is creating a mental picture, or is the act creating a mental picture in your mind, or is the act or power of forming a mental image of something not present to the senses. Then also I said it's a creative ability, the ability to create, you know. So as I've said, why is it important? Imagination, why is it so important to us? Imagination influences everything we do, everything we think, everything we say. Influences everything. Your imagination, everything you create, you put to practice. Imagination influences everything. I also said is the key to production, innovation, etc. Then I also said here, I said it's like a circuit box. Imagine it's like a circuit board that controls the whole electricity in the home. So if you watch the circuit box where it's placed, it's the switch box where it controls everything. If that thing goes off, if you turn it off, then everything in the house, the whole electricity goes off entirely. So that's how I've likened the imagination. The imagination is like that. So it's like the circuit box. Okay, let's go on quickly. Imagination is an important super skill. It's not just a skill, but it's a super skill in the sense that it is very, very, very powerful. So, like I said, it influences everything we do, everything we say, everything we create. So, let's go on now. I said imagination has the extraordinary capacity to shape reality. So, then I asked a question. I said, can you actually train your imagination, or do you train your imagination? Yes, you can actually train your imagination. For how do you train your imagination? You have to put it to practice. The more practice you do, the more results you do. The more practice you do, the more stronger your imagination becomes. So I said it has no boundaries. Constant use of your imagination helps position you for a great future. So the more you use it, uh, 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 so it positions you for a great future because you use it constantly. Just like going for an exam or preparing for an examination, if you don't practice, if you don't read, the more you've read that course, the more, you're going to pass, or the more results you get. So that's how imagination is. So you have to put it to practice. The more you practice, the more you train your imagination, the more results you get. So it prepares you for a great future. And I also wrote down, I say you can use your imagination to create a powerful picture of what you want to become in the future. So your imagination, you can use it to create whatever you want to become, whatever you want to see, you can use it. You can also imagine yourself. For instance, you can imagine yourself in America. That picture, just keep creating that picture, seeing yourself in America. You could be saying, oh, I don't have the money, I don't have the resources, but the more you do that, the more it comes to pass. So it can actually happen if you constantly put it to practice. So I said constant use of imagination makes it stronger. That's where training comes to play, and that's where it produces results. So the constant use of your imagination, like I said earlier, produces stronger results. So you have to do it often, you have to practice. So I said you can use your imagination to create a different picture, believing things will be different, or you will see changes definitely. So also I said, for example, let me give you an example. Some years ago, I believed, or I created a picture, a mental picture, that was going to be traveling out. I was going to get married. I was going to have my children here, you know. And I did. It actually happened because I kept on believing. I kept on creating that picture. I kept on seeing myself here, not back in Nigeria. I just kept seeing myself where I would be. So I started creating that picture a long time ago. I just kept creating that picture, that mental picture. Just kept on seeing myself, kept on seeing, you know, my children, kept on seeing how things would be, you know. So it's a thing you do constantly. You just have to keep creating, just have to keep seeing yourself, that mental picture, keep creating it. Whatever you want to do, it depends on you. Whatever you want to do, it might seem impossible, but there's nothing impossible, you know. So it might seem impossible, but the moment you believe, the moment you keep doing that thing, you definitely get your result. So I said, like I said, I have created a mental picture of doing some certain things, and it happened. So many, so many things. I can tell you so many. Um, Whatever I want, I go for it. I use mental pictures. I use my imagination. I create the picture of what I want, and I go for it. That's how it works. So I've written here and I said, what can affect your imagination? There are so many things that can affect your imagination. Like this distraction can stand as a barrier to having a strong imagination. You know, for you to practice, in order for you to practice, you don't need to be distracted. I said distractions such as social media, technology, noisy environment is a very, very strong barrier to putting your imagination to practice. Use of cell phone. You wake up in the morning, you've just started, you know, the day using your cell phone. You need a quiet place, actually, a quiet time to imagine, to put this to practice, you know. um I said I'm wandering around, doing too many household chores, frequent eating, constant watching of television, too many to mention, you know. So this can be a distraction. You need to focus is a very, very important factor when you want to, you know, use your imagination to practice. So you need to focus. You need to you need to meditate. You need to you know, think, have a quiet place, have a quiet time, you know, for these things to work. You know, so I said constant focus. So and I wrote here, I said the more focused you are, the more you can use your imagination, which I just said. So the more you use your imagination, the more stronger and effective it becomes. Also, the more results you get. So the more you use it, the more stronger it becomes, and the more results you get. And the stronger the result, or the more effective your results are. So imagination is a powerful tool. I implore you to try and work, to try and train your imagination, and you wouldn't regret it. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.